It's time to take all that stuff that you did last night and today and not give up the opportunity to win a championship.
In the opening period of the contest to award the 2020 Gordon Cup, Don Bosco is doing a good job of getting pucks deep and keeping possession in the offensive zone. The Ironmen are generating chances, but standing in their way, specifically between the pipes, is Christian Brothers sophomore goaltender John Donahoe, a transfer from Pennsylvania playing in his first season of high school hockey, considered by many to be one of, if not the top goaltender in the Garden State. At this point, the sophomore has faced all the shots in this contest. His team won't challenge Ethan Marich until senior defenseman Chad Schneider clears the zone, and the freshman goaltender makes an uncharacteristic mistake. Trailing by a goal after the first, Don Bosco head coach Greg Toscos calls for a player-driven leadership approach in the intermission.
Out, Viggs, out, Viggs. Out. I want coaches out.
The second period would see more battling in the D zones, with both goaltenders in starring roles. CBA sought to pull away, while Don Bosco looked to start a new hockey game.
Not a good period for us. We sat back the whole period. We only had, Drew, how many shots did we have?
Drew,
Three shots. They had 13 that period. We also had a power play. We didn't have a single shot on power play. You need to outwork them and draw penalties. I get we're tired, fellas. It's not an excuse for a championship game. It's not. We just got to battle through it. Just have to push through it. Because we had it in the first period. Alright? What was the score of the Del Barton game?
3-1.
Guys, what was the score of the Del Barton game? 3-1. What did I tell you before? Don't get too high, don't get too low, just keep going this way. Okay? We gotta peak now. We gotta peak. Make a push here, guys. Helmets on, let's get going. Let's go. Helmets on, let's go. Let's go. Bruce, helmets on the ice, let's go.
In the final frame, chances appear for Don Bosco, but ultimately, nothing the Ironmen are able to cash in on. Then, with 38 seconds to go in regulation, CBA's Kyle Contessa fires a shot towards an empty net and scores the Colts' second goal of the night from the D zone.
I got a lot I want to say, but I'm not going to say it right now. And we'll regroup. We're going to play Thursday night, Monday night, Thursday night, and Monday night. Okay? Thursday night, Monday night, Thursday night, and Monday night. We practice on Monday. Okay? You guys that are hurt and banged up, do everything you can to get yourself ready to go. You know you got games all week. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay?
With a little time, the post-CBA Lost Blues are mostly gone. Don Bosco enters the 20-team non-public state tournament bracket as the second seed. They'll open against number 18, Pope John.
How many watch the CBA game? Anyone besides? Did we release it?
Yeah, it's up.
It's up? Okay. CBA game, we had some good scoring chances. We had some good scoring chances to score. We didn't have a lot of great scoring chances, but we had enough good ones to score. We also had 11 guys that played a game during that day. We had a couple of guys that didn't play and make it out either. So when we walked in, the deck was already stacked against us a little bit in that game. But you battle as hard as you possibly could, and we did have enough decent scoring chances to get some. We actually had better scoring chances that we even passed up on, where we were in scoring shots where we didn't take the scoring chances. I just tell you this because in order to win, Rubes, you still have the ring there? Up there? Okay. In order to put that on your finger, guys, the guys that did it last year and the guys that are new this year, in order to put that on your finger, you can't overlook a single team. You can't assume that we're going to get there and play on Monday, March 9th or March 6th, whatever the date is. You need to execute tonight in order to prepare for Monday. And then Monday for Thursday, and then Thursday for Monday. And that means tonight, guys, quick shifts, play in F3 high, hard on the forecheck, make their D-turn pucks over left and right. It means the goal that we scored early with you guys, where it was, D up, and then look for that cross ice. I'll show you guys later, but we want to go high to low to high, cross ice, and then back cross ice on this guy. Why? What was the thing about this goaltender, right? He was so big. You guys were saying that on the bench. He's a big guy. So if you shoot straight on, he takes a lot of space. But if we get him moving, a lot of holes open up. So we want to get him moving cross ice, and we want our guys to move pucks cross ice. And I want the best discipline we've had all year. And I'm going to say that every game. The best discipline we have all year. Because we get in a game where it's one penalty, we got a chance to win every night. Hold that up again, guys. Hold that up. I want everybody to look at that again. Those of you guys who saw that last year and were part of it last year know how special that was. That's our goal. Right there. That's our goal. Okay? Let's get a kick-ass warm-up tonight. Let's go out and show what we can do here, boys, all right? Let's go.
The start of the state tournament brings change in the air. On one hand, everyone's slate is wiped clean, but at the same time, memories from last year fuel the desire to defend the all-important state championship. You wouldn't be able to tell from looking at the opening minutes against Pope John, a team that Don Bosco has outscored 9-1 at this point in the season.
All those moves that you make in practice, all those moves, I'd like to see them. Big offense.
With 2:06 remaining in the first period, Ryan Fine eventually opens the scoring for Don Bosco. But Pope John continues to work hard and overachieves once again in the middle frame, holding Don Bosco scoreless, setting up a 1-goal game heading into the third. The start of the third period will see a demonstration of the 1-goal lead's fragility. Backed into a corner, Bosco is fortunate to have enough scoring horsepower to get the job done. First, as Eric Vivanetto retakes the lead, and then it's another freshman, Sal Guzzo, adding insurance to seal the victory.
We'll play Monday here at 7:15. Monday here at 7:15. Okay? Look, it wasn't the smoothest game we played, but in the end we got the result we needed, and that's all that counts. Okay? We got the result we needed, and that's all that counts. Okay? Get yourselves a good weekend. Yourselves ready to play. Let's come back Monday with a big W. Okay?
Monday, 5:45.
It's the quarterfinals. The Ironmen will look for the first time in their history to defend a state championship. And that, if you ask a couple people, might have got a little bit easier tonight with a breaking news report that Bergen Catholic has lost tonight's game.
The news that rival Bergen Catholic's season has come to an unexpected end, combined with a little bit of sentiment, make the Ironmen a particularly dangerous opponent tonight.
I said, is that? Oh, last time suiting up in the soccer. Terrible?
Okay, Zamboni's almost done. Hickory has no idea what's coming at them.
Oh, God!
Listen to me. The train that railroaded Ramsey after we waited for an overtime game is about to hit them right now. Yes, sir. Okay? I want you to jump on them quick, put pucks on the net, put pucks in the back of the net, try to shut it, go out, win a hockey game, we move on. Let's go.
The game's opening seconds provide an opportunity for Don Bosco to get aggressive early. As freshman defenseman Drew Fortescue is hooked, Don Bosco gears up for an early power play.
Back now, taken away now by Ruben. Can't jam across a shot. He'll hold back. 46 left to go in the Bosco power play. Ruben! Oh, he is the Ruby of Bosco hockey, and it's a Ruby, a Tuesday, and it's 1-0. It's a power play goal. Here they come, back and forth they go, and a shot out in front, score! Zoom, zoom, watch out, it's the most interesting Zimmerman of them all, and it's 2-0. And we're now back now for Hansen. Hansen holds, Brisson, tip, score! Oh, cue it up, cause it's Will, the Q, for a skew. Out in front, score! He'll hold. Fire! Score! It's McGee. Say hey, McGee. Back down and then shot. Score! Oh, Geraci. Oh, so fancy. It's a dance party. Back and forth. Now find behind. Oh, they went for a jam across. I'm sure if Tyler Sedlak had that, he'd make the shot. Now fine shot. Score! Oh, somebody find him for the second time tonight. Ryan Fine with a cotton candy stick. Watchers, I've been waiting on this interview for quite some time. I'm here with the very handsome Bear Soup 5. Jake had a goal and a few assists today. Jake, what do you think went well out there for the team?
I think we played really well, but it was more thanks to the environment, you know? It was like, we were just buzzing before the game in the locker room, just like getting lit, you know?
Did you say that there was some electricity?
There was definitely electricity and sparks flying, but I'd love to thank the Gregos, the capital of the Greci, yes? And I would love to thank my really cute D partner, Drew Fortis. And I would love to also thank Mr. John Tavera.
That's all we needed. Thank you.
At this point, everything's pretty simple. The non-public state tournament bracket has been trimmed from its final 4 to its final 3. The winner of Don Bosco and Seton Hall will play CBA on NHL ice for a state title. And as Don Bosco's time together draws to a close, Toscos' pregame speeches shift from a pure tactical focus to that of a larger picture.
Highly suggest everybody takes a look at it. He was a kid your age. He was the class valedictorian in some, sounded like a Texas school. And he was talking about how he became valedictorian. And like he did everything, he worked his ass off, okay? He extra time in school, didn't go out and party, didn't do all that stuff. But listening to the guy, you would have thought he was the captain of the football team, and he might have been, okay? Like, you know, big guy, good-looking guy, spoke extremely well. And he's like, and when they announced that I was the valedictorian, when they said my name, he's like, I jumped up. I was so excited. I looked down, I'm like, I'm going to be wearing the gray sash. And he was speaking as the valedictorian. This wasn't when they, you know, at the same time, they told him previous. And he looks down, he sees that, he's like, I won this. I was so excited, and I was euphoric. And he's like, and that lasted for about 15 seconds. And I sat down and I went, oh shit, what do I do now? And it was powerful, because he said, and he started talking about, what are you going to do with your 16th second? What are you going to do that makes a difference? And how are you going to help? And he was talking to his classmates, how are you going to help each other to make a difference in your lives? And I just watched this. I happened to just be sitting at my desk and I clicked on it and I was like, wow. And I started thinking about the relationships and how important the relationships that all of you build. If you look at what we got, right? It's incredible what we got. You guys build those relationships. And this guy said, you take that 16 second, that extra second, and you do whatever you can above and beyond what got you to be the best. Because we are the best. We're the 15 seconds right now. We need to take it above that 15 and figure out what the 16th second is for each of us. And, you know, I took a guy outside, and I won't tell you who he was, because I was a little worried because, you know, he might have not have been happy where he was positioned on the lineup or this and that. So I went to talk to him. You know what he said to me? He said, Coach, these are going to be the best memories I have for the rest of my life. Guy in here, these are going to be the best memories I have for the rest of my life. I don't care where I play. I just want to win. And I said, holy shit, that's this kid's 16 seconds. And every one of you guys have to have that same mentality together on the ice. Get the train rolling. Let's get out there. Let's kick their ass. Okay, let's go.
Hey, check it.
Welcome to Benson Arena for today's non-public state semifinal between Seton Hall Prep and Don Bosco Prep.
Early in the first period, Don Bosco surrenders an unusual opening goal, fired from the neutral zone. The Ironmen coaching staff want an offsides call, but they're not going to get one. Fortunately, Bosco's alleged officiating controversy would be far from the dramatic peak in this affair.
Shot! Oh, down out in front! Score! And the S in Sedlak stands for scoring. It's 1-1.
Clearly, he's given up some rebounds for us. We put one there, we had some other rebounds. If we're just ready for those rebounds, as you're driving the net and you're ready for those rebounds, the puck will go in the back. Right? Third thing, Robbie's right. Make sure we keep our F3 in the middle of that ice so we can hold half the ice, cut it off in half, and keep them pinned. It was a good period. It's a good goal to get us right back 1-1. Got a big kill here. Let's go, Rob. Who's the back guy? Go ahead.
In the second period, an opportunity presents itself as an elbow flies to the face of Ryan Fine, and the Ironmen go on the power play.
Try to set up a drive down low, out in front, score!
Sal Guzzo's power play goal gives Bosco the lead. But Ethan Marich and his Seton Hall counterpart Jake Shoki would continue to battle it out as chances ratcheted up in the middle frame.
2-on-1. Gun, fine, Sedlak stoned him cold. Now Ruben takes this one all the way. Ruben goes down on the play and then grabbed now by Zimmerman. Zimmerman shooting, score! Zoom, zoom, get out the way. Here comes the most interesting Zimmerman of them all. It's 3-1.
Arthur Zimmerman's power play goal would give Don Bosco insurance, but it wouldn't last long. Seton Hall Sal Betro goes low blocker on Ethan Marich to make it a one-goal game.
Hey guys, you only got, let me go. Okay, let me go. You only got 2 minutes, then we gotta be on the ice. Okay? Face-offs, we're not going forward. We lost 3 in a row, including their second goal, by trying to go forward because their guy is also going forward. He's seeing it, he's reading it, and they're jumping it. That's how they got a clean 3-on-2 that way. But after that, we lost 2 more for that. So face-offs, we're going back and tying up. All pucks at blue lines gotta go deep. Defensemen that are moving up ice, forwards got to cover for them. Defensemen that are moving up ice, you can't cut across blue lines. Get pucks deep. We'll chase after them and get them. We got a strong lead here. Third period. Find your 16th second right now. Moves us on to tomorrow night. Okay? Helmets on, music on. Let's go. Helmets on. Let's go.
The entire season comes down to this: 1 period and a 1-goal lead. If you want to make it to the Rock, now's the time to make something happen.
Out in front, down low, scramble, pop, bang! And the S in Sedlak stands for scoring. It's 4-2.
Connor Sedlak's early third period goal is dramatic, but far from definitive. Seton Hall is playing its best hockey of the year at the best possible time, and the Pirates have no plans to give up early. Eventually, Seton Hall gets a power play chance of their own and look to capitalize. Daniel Simon's deflection goal on the power play is about as big time as they come. The Pirates are within 1. But less than a minute later, a freshman phenom has an answer. Ryan Fine's goal locks things up. The Ironmen are headed back to the Rock.
Tell you what, man, that whole game was as legitimate of a battle as I expected it to be. I respect the hell out of Seton Hall and what they did tonight. They made you guys earn every step of the ice, every fight for a rebound, every loose puck in front of the net. You guys had to earn it tonight. That's what championship teams do, guys. And you gave yourself one chance to repeat as champions.
All right, this guy had a hell of a game. He worked hard, had a few points. Ryan Fine.
I'm here once again with freshman phenom Ryan Fine. That was a big 5-3 win over Seton Hall in the state semifinals. Brian, what'd you do well out there to get some points in?
Well, it was, we were connecting with my teammates were buzzing out there. My mates were going. That was pretty much it. They got me going.
We saw during school a player on Seton Hall was talking a lot of bull. Yeah, a lot of turd on social media. Did that drive you at all today?
Not really. It kind of rides pine, so.
I think everyone noticed, it caught everyone's eye. You threw about 2 hits today. Is that a new career high?
That is a new high. I get it from Hunter McGee.
Just contributing in every way possible. All right, let's wrap it up. We got 111! Let's go! See you Monday. Hey, yes, sir!
Bosco Hockey has been thinking about this moment since the championship banner went up in November. Now in March, a chance to prove that 2019 was no fluke, and for those who haven't experienced it, a night to remember. a chance to compete for a state title on NHL ice.
Think about how Seton Hall, the desperation the Seton Hall guys showed back-checking you guys as you were coming into the zone. That's the desperation we need in our game today. That way and that way, full speed, making sure we're picking up guys. All those things add up to the details that'll win us the game. Line changes. Again, hot rink, you're gonna get tired quicker. Make sure you get your ass off when we get a chance to make the call, get off the ice. If I change you with 30 seconds in the second period, it's because I'm saving your legs to get going for another shift. Think about that, okay? And the D-zone coverage. At all times, we gotta make sure, and we did a good job of it against Seton Hall, very good job, that we pick up the guy in front of the net open. Have to do that. Details, really important, okay? Contessa, Wagner, and Brown. Okay? Our job is to respect them, to know when they're on the ice, to not give them time and space, but to play our game. And let them respect us and the things we do. Like this, all the passes, all the shots, all the hits, all the block shots, the saves, the goals, and all the that takes place out there, okay? 20 years from now, you're going to remember this. You're going to remember being together, doing all these things together. You may not remember a shift. You may not remember what happened in the second period, but you remember the outcome of the game. You always remember the outcome of the game. Tonight, you become immortal because nobody takes a championship away from you, ever. Last year we slayed the demons. Tonight we start a dynasty. Let's go, boys.
We are back here once again at the Prudential Center for the state championship. The Ironmen have faced this question all year. Will they make it back to the Prudential Center? That answer is yes. Will they repeat as champions? That's the answer we have to wait to find out tonight.
After a while, there's only so much talk that can be had. It's time for 3 periods to crown a champion. The intensity of the opening minutes does not disappoint. Physicality reflecting the magnitude of the setting. It's a fast, physical, free-flowing game. With plenty of chances generated by both sides and equally well-guarded D-zones. At 5 minutes to go in the period, Ryan Fine heads to the box for a boarding minor. Bosco works hard on their first penalty kill of the night, then gets a rush short-handed, where they'll generate a power play opportunity of their own. But CBA will also work hard on the kill, and soon we're back at even strength with a minute to go.
Back down to McGee. Swings one back down down low for Geraci. Geraci shooting. Score! Oh, Geraci. Oh, he's so fancy. It's a dance party. And it's 1-0.
The junior defenseman's second goal of the season couldn't come at a bigger time. Bosco leads by 1 at the break.
Okay, guys, quiet. almost 4 on that blue line, or if they're sitting back, our center's got to come swing low. They can either pick up pucks almost like the power play breakout, or come up with the D-man and give them an easier pass. These bomb passes aren't working because they're hanging guys with us, just like we hang guys with them. So center's got to come down low. Second thing, now that we got the lead, execution and details has to be perfect, which means boards, glass, and out if you're in trouble. It means red line and deep all the time. Okay? At the 2-minute mark, we're lined up. So you got 1 minute, music on, helmets on, line up.
Let's wear them down. Let's wear them down.
At the game's critical halfway juncture, the Ironmen are presented with several opportunities to pull away and seize momentum.
Go on the ricochet. The shot. Oh, down out in front. What a chance, but it would not go. Swing one down now for Ruben, shooting one high. That they go. Sound like shooting one, save.
After 2 fast periods in a hot rink, it's clear. This one will go the distance.
Okay.
You gotta get that on film here.
We're gonna bear. Yeah, we keep the pad up. Let's go. Come on, boys. Keep it up, boys. Hey, let me say one thing.
You good?
Let me say one thing. Gordon Finals, they went up 1-0 on us in the first period. We did the same thing today. We don't need another goal to win this game. If we keep it out of our net, we win the championship.
Guys, you gotta clamp down. What we'll say, and listen to me. You must clamp down on the details. That period, we gave up too many pucks in the neutral zone because we tried skating it through. I don't want any turnovers. No turnovers, third period, wins the game. Got it? No turnovers in the third period, wins the game. There's a couple chairs outside if you need some fresh air.
Red line deep. Let's go back. Hey, where's Robin? Where's Robin? How bad you want this? Where's Robin? Yo, rip some guy. Your best game of the year. Let's go. Have to do the tank here, boys. Let's go.
Zeb, don't go. Zeb, don't go.
Empty the tank.
Yo, Zeb, I'm chilling.
Don Bosco and Christian Brothers will skate one more period on the state's biggest stage to crown a champion. Just before the 2-minute mark, Don Bosco is attempting to clear their zone, when CBA's CJ Cummings intercepts the clear at the left point and ties the game. Just past the 9-minute mark, CBA's top line strikes, as Zach Wagner buries a one-timer off a face-off and takes the lead for the Colts. Glimmer of hope emerges when Connor Sedlak is tripped up, and Bosco heads to the power play. But John Donahoe repeatedly slams the door in goal, and the Ironmen are soon back to even strength. With a minute to go, Toscos follows conventional wisdom and pulls Ethan Marich in favor of the extra skater. CBA's Kyle Contessa eventually has a breakaway where he's hooked on his way to the net, and a goal is awarded. But Don Bosco is not ready to throw in the towel. Toscos will again pull Ethan Marich in hopes of sparking a miracle rally late in the third. CBA's Gio Crepaldi picks up the puck in the neutral zone and fires toward an empty net to deal the mortal blow. Don Bosco will not defend their title in 2020. This year belongs to CBA. Outside of sport, it's hard to find another arena where unbridled joy is so clearly contrasted with devastating grief. As viewers of sport, we're not used to moments like this. We're far more comfortable with the seemingly effortless, euphoric championship celebration. But we rarely see the work that goes into achieve it. Even less often do we see the quiet, character-building moments that come from dealing with the realization that you worked hard, did everything right, but still came up short. Thankfully, there's someone on hand who's processed these feelings before.
Proud of each and every one of you guys. The commitment that you guys put in. The work that you put in. A period away from winning it all. As difficult as it is. One day you'll look back at this and you'll appreciate how hard it was to get here. And everything that you guys did to get here as a group. As I said before, you think about your teammates, you think about the guys that you're sitting next to and that you ride the buses with. And you'll remember this. You'll be damn proud that you got here. You'll be pissed you lost. If you're wrong. You'll be pissed you lost. But you'll be damn proud you got here. Those guys that are graduating, you guys are one of the most special group of seniors that we've ever had. And it's always hard to say goodbye. It's really hard to say goodbye. Know that you left a legacy here, guys. Know that you left this program better than you when you walked in. Look at where we're at, all the hard work that you guys did and the leadership that you guys gave. It's something special. So, thank you guys.
This group won't go down in history as champions, but that doesn't mean their story isn't worth remembering. Those who do will recall a group of rising stars, bolstered by veteran leadership, who came together during the most expectation-laden season in program history to overachieve and build something special. Coach Sean Foy might have summed it up best after the state final.
You guys have something for the rest of your lives together that not a lot of people get to have.
Another blessing bestowed upon this group can be foreshadowed by these post-game elbow bumps. The day after the state championship game would see New Jersey announce its first death attributed to COVID-19. And by the end of the week, virtually every athletic contest on the planet had either been suspended or outright canceled as life around the world ground to a halt. As bitter as the result was that night in Newark, the Ironmen got to play their final game together as planned, something that thousands of student athletes around the country would do anything for. At the time of this episode's release, we're navigating what some have called the new normal. In these days of increasing uncertainty, it's comforting to know that one day, in a hopefully not too distant future, high school hockey players from around the Garden State will gather in locker rooms just like Don Bosco's to lace up their skates and set out on their own journey on the road to the Rock.